when they organized a wonderful camp of Samada Sainik Dal volunteers to celebrate this occasion. And yesterday and today we had a lot of programs. Dalit Victory March was there. And public function was also organized. So this way, many parts of India, especially in Maharashtra, Nagpur, Bombay, and many places, and the Bhima Koregaon especially, thousands of people, they come to Bhima Koregaon and join these Victory Day celebrations. So Kerala Dalit Panthers is organizing this webinar with the title Bhima Koregaon, War Victory and the Emergence of Dalit Assertion in India. And our respected honorable guests are present. We have with Samada Sainik Dal Intellectual Chief Vashnik Ji and Samada Sainik Dal National Organizer Sunil Sariputta from Nagpur.
Jai Bhim to all.
Then Captain Dinesh Chandra from UP, a retired Army Air Force official, an Ambedkarite and Buddhist. Then Dr. N.V. Shashidharan is worked as a scientist to this. Actually, I was even an Ambedkarite also, and he's also with us as our chief guest. Formal welcome will come. Just I am giving some introduction. Formal welcome will follow. So today is a great day. For Dalits are concerned, the memories of Bhima Koregaon war is giving us more courage, confidence, and hope to fight against the injustice and continue our mission and struggle for social justice and equality, begun by Buddha and followed by Baba Saheb Ambedkar, and still we are continuing the battle for justice. സുഹൃത്തുക്കളെ നമുക്ക് തുടങ്ങാൻ ഏകദേശം കുറെ ആൾക്കാരൂടെ വരാൻ വേണ്ടിയാണ് ഇങ്ങനെ മിനിമം ഒരു ഇൻട്രൊഡക്ഷൻ പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നത്. നമുക്ക് ഏകദേശം സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാമെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. ഓക്കെ, one minute. Shashi. So it is now 7:53. Okay. Okay, we can begin the webinar. And our KDP leaders are also maybe some Shashi, some technical trouble, maybe that is why he is delayed. Hope all others will join. So brothers and sisters, dear Ambedkarites, Jai Bhim to all. This day, as I said It's a great divine day in the history of the struggle for justice and equality. The Bhima Koregaon War is remain in the history as an unparalleled struggle waged by our brave Mahar soldiers against the bramanic Peshwa military forces. And the minimum number of Mahars, 500 Mahar regiment or Mahar soldiers, they fought against 28,000 of bramanic Peshwa soldiers, and finally they won the war. And this battle is known as a battle for Dalit dignity and self-respect. It was a battle against caste dominance of the Bramanic forces. Baba Ambedkar was observing this day, this Victory Day, every year till 1955. From 1927 onwards to 1955, he was continuously visiting this place where Bhima Koregaon War has took place. And he was saluting the brave martyrs. Their name was recorded in the stupa. So today, again, I am reminding this topic is scheduled as this victory at the emergence of Dalit assertion in India. This webinar is today the webinar is going to inaugurate by C.N. Vasnik ji, and he is the Central Intellectual Chief of Samada Sainik Dal. He was leading the SSD movement or Samada Sainik Dal in the last 40 years, more than maybe 40 years, along with Vimal Surya Chimangarji was the senior most man who was leading and guiding the Samada Sainik Dal based at Nagpur. C.N. Vasnik ji is a senior Ambedkarite and Buddhist. And he is now occupying the post of, actually in charge of National Intellectual Chief. And he is strengthening the Samada Sainik Dal and the aligned movement and its activities all over India by giving them proper guidance and intellectual support. He's very close to Kerala also, because as a professional, he worked as the personal manager to Indian Rare Earth Cochin, and he spent many years in Kerala. So he very well know about Kerala developments and Dalit movements across Kerala. And he is a very close associate and family friend of Kerala Dalit Panther movement. Since KDP was frequently visiting Nagpur as our holy land, Nagpur Diksha Bhumi, C.N. Vasnik ji and the SSD family, Mal Surya Chimangarji was there. Then Sunil Saributto and the leaders and family, they were Actually, they were the host to our visit. And we were being the part of several Samada Sainik Dal camps held in Nagpur during the this occasion of Baba Ambedkar's conversion, that is Disha Bhumi celebration. And it was Vasmiji inaugurated KDP's, one of the KDP's Ambedkar Parinirvana Din program held at Pandalam so many years back, maybe 2016. And today we are together, and he and other leaders, Sunil Sarvataji, invited me to attend this program, Samada Sainik Dal program organized in Bangalore as part of the remembrance of Bhima Koregaon and Samada Sainik camp. So nothing more about him, more things are there. Anyway, I'm limiting. With the great respect and high regard, I welcome Brother C.N. Vasniki to this occasion. Now, I have to welcome Sunil Sarigutta. He is also one of the great Sainik of Samada Sainik Dal. Personally, he is the national organizer of Samada Sainik Dal. All the things I explained, detailing about Vasnik about our relationship, engagement with the Kerala Dalit Bandha movement, and other activities we done together are applicable to Sunil Sariputaji also. He is a very dedicated soldier of Ambedkarism, SSD, and he is from Nagpur. He also visited many times to Kerala. And recently, from some few years back, Kerala, Samada Sainik Dal Kerala branch also was opened. And during that time, he was there in Kerala. And one of the main things which I have to record is, and this Vasniki and Sunil Sarivataji, along with some other brothers of Samada Sainik Dal, they came and led the housewarming ceremony of my house at Kaingulam. So they done all these Buddhist ceremonials, functions and all. And Sunil Sarvataji also very close to Panther. He know all the ADP leaders and cadres, family members. And he's a very good well-wisher of Kerala Dalit Panther movement also. So with great respect and regard, I welcome Sunil Sarvataji also to this occasion. Jai Bhim, sir.
Jai Bhim.
And now I have to welcome a great personality from Uttar Pradesh. He is Captain Dinesh Chandraji. He is a retired military personnel, retired from Indian Air Force. And actually, he worked as a senior military officer in our force. And now after retirement, he is associating with several Ambedkarite movement, cultural movement, and Buddhist movement, not only in Uttar Pradesh, all over India. And I'm happy that to say we were colleagues in national network of Dalit tribal organizations under the leadership of Mallepalli Lakshmiyaji and Son for Dalit Studies, Hyderabad. He is engaged in many educational activities, many empowerment programs, and also he is giving a lot of guidance and advocacy for legal issues. regarding the Dalit community. And he worked for many Buddhist groups and institutions also. He's a stone Ambedkarite, and he is bridging his activities as a retired highest military officer. So this as a high-ranking military services, and he is bridging that experience with the grassroots level Dalit empowerment programs and social activism. So he is also very close to Ambedkarite Democratic Front, which we have been working from the last 1 year. So he is very keen in learning about the developments happening in Kerala, especially the united platform of fascist organizations. So with high regard and great respect, I welcome Captain Dinesh Chandraji to this occasion. Jai Bhim, sir.
Jai Bhim, sir. Jai Bhim.
നമ്മുടെ ഗസ്റ്റായി അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന NV ശശിധരൻ സാറാണ്. അദ്ദേഹം കഴിഞ്ഞ ഒരു വർഷക്കാലമായി, ഫ്രം ദ ലാസ്റ്റ് 1 year, ആഫ്റ്റർ ദി 2024 Supreme Court judgment on subclassification and creamy layer, more than 85 Dalit organizations, tribal organizations and community organizations came together, and now we are working under a platform named Ambedkarite Democratic Front. And Dr. NV Shashidharan sir is actually a chief advisor of that Ambedkarite Democratic Front, along with many other leaders like M. Gidanandan, A.R. Sadhanandan, etc. And he's having his doctorate from Bombay University, and also he has taken his postdoctoral degree from Miami University of USA, and he worked as part of central government, and even he got the opportunity to work in Doha as part of the aeronautical kind of aeronautical college and its activities, and he is a senior scientist, worked with this environment department, and now after retirement he is very active in this Ambedkarite movement. He is strengthening youngsters like me. His presence in our movement, that Ambedkarite Democratic Front, is a strength for all of us. He is motivating us. He is leading. So welcome, sir. ഇനി നമ്മുടെ മറ്റൊരു ഗസ്റ്റ് മൃദുല ദേവി ശശിധരനാണ്. മൃദുല ദേവി ശശിധരൻ, again an Ambedkarite women activist. She is a journalist, a writer, and her presence is there nowadays in outside Kerala also. Since she is working in last year Maharashtra as a teacher, now he is in Karnataka somewhere. She is working. So very vibrant activist and Ambedkarite sister. She is also very close to Andhra movement and the Ambedkarite movement of Kerala. So I welcome മൃദുല ദേവി ശശിധരനെയും ഈ പ്രോഗ്രാമിലേക്ക് ഫോർമലി ഞാൻ സ്വാഗതം ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. Another important guest attending our program webinar is Brother Anirudhan R. Anirudhan. He retired as the senior editor of State Encyclopedia. Now he is well known as an encyclopedia of Ambedkarism and Buddhism also. He started his doctorate study in Jain University in the discipline of Buddhism, and he has written many books on Ambedkar. many books, more than 50 books on Ambedkar, Buddha, and other Renaissance leaders. And he's a columnist, a writer, and he was very actively associating with the Dalit movements of Kerala. He was a very friend and colleague of Pandar movement. അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെയുള്ള വളരെ പ്രശസ്തനായ നമുക്ക് പ്രിയങ്കരനായ ആ രഞ്ജിത്തിനെയും നമ്മുടെ വെബിനാറുകളിലെല്ലാം നമ്മുടെ പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട ഇതിന്റെ ഭാഗമായി ലീഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു റോളാണ് രഞ്ജിത്തൻ സാർ എടുത്തു വരുന്നത്. സോ ഐ വെൽക്കം ഫോർമലി രഞ്ജിത്തൻ സാർ ആൾസോ ടു ദിസ് ഒക്കേഷൻ. നമ്മുടെ ഗീതമാഷൻ നമുക്ക് ഈ വെബിനാറിലേക്ക് ക്ഷണിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. കേരളത്തിലെ ഏറ്റവും സമരോത്സുകനായ നേതാവ്, one of the vibrant, dedicated leader of Kerala Dalit tribal movement, M. Gidanandan. He is a working convener of the Correct Karnataka Fund. So, on behalf of all of you, I welcome Dr. M. Gidanandan ji also to this occasion. Any മറ്റൊട്ടനവധി വ്യക്തിത്വങ്ങൾ, lot of great personalities, leaders, intellectuals, and activists, and even our well-wishers from different parts of India, sort of Kerala, is listening and participating in this webinar. So I formally welcome all of you to this webinar, this occasion. So Jai Bhim. Now we can begin our webinar. That means formally I invite our brother, Sandal Intellectual Chief of Samada Sainik Dal, Vasnik ji, to do his inaugural speech. Welcome, sir. Vasnik ji, sir.
Thank you very much, Ambujakshan ji, for giving wonderful introduction about me. And my Jai Bhim to all the participants who are present and attending this webinar. Actually, we are in Bangalore, came to attend the same function on a subject on what we are speaking in this webinar. Today's subject of webinar is very much important, and that way it is very encouraging and proud subject for all of us, particularly Ambedkarite mass, Buddhist mass. Bhima Koregaon war victory and the emergence of Dalit Assertion in India. Through this subject, our brothers of Kerala Dalit Panther invited you all and me also. And we all have to understand, listen, and whatever things we can take from this today's webinar, we have to take that, and whatever way we wanted to react or act, it has to be done for the future period. You might be aware that once upon a time we were brave people. Nobody was able to defeat us. We were the people who has enlarged the boundaries of this nation. Our heroes, our kings, our people have ruled this Jambudip, which is certainly not what India is seeing. What we are seeing is just 1/4 portion of this Jambudip. But I can tell you, when the Buddhist kings were ruling, that time it was the Jambudip really having the boundaries beyond Kashmir behind Afghanistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Cambodia, Taiwan, Ceylon, all these nations were the part of Jambudip. And nobody were daring to touch to the boundaries of our nation. It was 185 BC when Pushyamitra killed Brodarath, and then counter-revolution process has started in a mass scale. Even then, it was limited to certain period, and then afterwards again, Harshavardhan came, Kanishka came, and several other kings, including Guptas, Satavahanas, came and they shown their power, their strength. But afterwards, when the other kings came and they issued orders, what we can say in Hindi as a fatwa, to kill the Buddhist monks, cut their head and get 100 Swarna Mudra. And then slowly, Buddhism started declining from this holy nation. Whoever was remained in this nation was living under depression, under tremendous pressure, getting humiliated, getting killed. All sort of bad things were happening with them. And afterwards, when Peshwa came to the power, to the nation, to the power, Peshwa means actually Brahmins. When they started ruling, they made a very worse condition of we poor people, Buddhist people, which was being known as Dalit in a modern text. It was very difficult to live and do our daily activities. So Britishers came and they started easily taking over all the kingdoms slowly. But since they were in small quantities, they were having need of local people to get support from them. When the war, what we are talking about, Bhima Koregaon, I will just narrate the story of this first. When Britishers were trying to capture Bhima Koregaon post, which is very near to Pune. Pune was the capital of Peshwa kingdom. And Bhima Koregaon post, it was just 18 to 20 kilometers from that place. Sensing that the Britishers are coming, Peshwa came near to that post of Bhima Koregaon, and beside there is a river between Bhima Koregaon village and Pune. That river of that name of that river is Bhima. So they were standing, all these soldiers were standing at one side of the river, and Britishers who were under the leadership of Captain Staunton, Francis Staunton. When they came, they have seen the huge gathering of soldiers. Exactly before this situation, there was one incident happened. Sensing that the Britishers are trying to rule this nation, are capturing all posted one day by day, people, I mean soldiers under captainship of Siddhanak Mahar, were not willing to do things against the nation. So they sent their representative. Representative was certainly Siddhanak Mahar. And Siddhanak, Captain Siddhanak Mahar went to a Peshwa Bajirao II, who was ruling at that time. He approached him and asked him, we don't wanted to fight against the nation. We wanted to support our nation. But we wanted some clarifications. If this war owned by Peshwas, means you own this war, so what would be our conditions? Whether our conditions will be the same or there will be certain changes, some changes will be there. Why this question was asked by him? Because we were being humiliated in a large scale. We were not having respect, no land, no money to survive. Everything was on their mercy. And this was the condition which was being considered as no changes would come. But taking this as an opportunity, Siddhanak asked Peshwa whether there will be any changes after winning this war. Bajirao Peshwa replied, according to religious culture, you all depressed people, all you Dalit people has to support to us. There is no other option. Even if you people are not supporting us, we are winning this war. Certainly, definitely, we are going to win this war. But after winning this war, we will cut head of your brothers, sisters, wives, mothers, and will make it as a football and will play with that heads. And moreover, how you dare to ask this kind of question to me? Just go from my sight. Otherwise, here itself, I will kill you and cut you into 2 pieces. He also said that there won't be any respect of the dust which is laid on the toe of the pin. Listening this word, Siddhanak became very angry, but he controlled himself and went to his colleagues. He narrated entire incidents, and they decided to teach the lesson to Peshwa. And they immediately went to Shirur post and joined with the Britishers team under captainship of Sir John Francis Staunton. When the news came that the Peshwa's soldiers are trying to acquire this post, capture this post, during the night period, they started marching towards Bhima Koregaon post. It was a distance of 35 miles from Shirur to Bhima Koregaon post. They walked entire night. They were having no food to eat, no water. They were just simply walking, and by the time of morning, they reached at Bhima Koregaon river. And they saw that huge gatherings of soldiers, huge population of soldiers is resting beside to that end. Looking at that crowd of huge soldiers, Staunton Francis was afraid of, and he tried to run from that place. Immediately, Siddhanak approached him and said, don't try to run from this place. We also want to take revenge from this Peshwai. We will die, certainly we will die. But before dying, our one man will kill 100 peoples of Peshwa. We have to take revenge. Staunton has seen the bravery in their eyes and he left his idea of running from that place. And the battle was started by 9:30 morning. See the scenario. People all the way walked during night period, came by walking 35 miles distance, reached at the bank of that river, who were not having food to eat. They were hungry, they were thirsty, they were tired, but there was no other option but to fight. And at the other side, all the people, those who were having full with stomach, having taken rest, they all were of a fresh mind and fresh body. So there was a huge differences of soldiers. One is having all the facilities and the other one is having nothing to eat and get rest also. But the word of that Peshwa was remembered by all the soldiers of Sir Staunton Francis team, including Mahar regiment's captain Siddhanath Mahar. And the battle was started. Battle was started, and there was a huge fighting, huge war, and all of a sudden, by afternoon period, what came to Bajirao Peshwa's mind, nobody knows. He started running. He started running out of that battle. Seeing that their king is running out of this battle, their Sarsenapati also started running from this battle. So Mahar people, Mahar soldiers captured him, cutted his head, and holding his ears in hand, they plowed his head into their chowni camp, and noticing that Mahar soldiers are carrying the head of Senapati, all people started running out of that battle. On 1st of January 1818, when war was started, it was 9:30 o'clock morning. By the time when the war was stopped, it was 9. The fresh and healthy people could not survive before thirsty, hungry, and weak Mahar soldiers. That is what proud moment for all of us. On that day, the Bhima River was not carrying water with her. On that day, Bhima River was carrying blood with her. And battle was won. During this process, Mahar regiment, 23 people, 23 soldiers also died. Staunton standing before all of them was saluting each one for their bravery. And then and there itself, he promised that this is the proud moment for British army, and to keep the memory of this war, we will build a Shaurya Stamba to tell the Vijay Gatha of you all to the world. It has written on that Vijay Stamba itself, one of the proudest streams of British India in the East. And in 1822, what promise was given by Britishers, that was been fulfilled, and the Bhima Koregaon Stamba was still standing there on that Bhima Koregaon post near Bhima River. Story doesn't end here. What had happened when the Peshwa, second Bajirao Peshwa ran towards Phulpur? There is a village, Phulpur. He ran towards that direction. So some of the British Sainik were following him. He started hiding himself from one post to another post, from one fort to another fort, from one place to another place. This process was continuing for another 5 months. Sir John Malcolm's the captain of the British Army. Sir John Malcolm was following continuously to this guy. And ultimately, sensing that no Holkar, no Sindhia, no Marathas are coming to help him, he ultimately surrendered to British Army. Battle of Bhima Koregaon was not fought for capturing any land. Mahar people, Mahar soldiers were not fighting just for getting revenge. Since the emergence of this earth and emergence of humankind, existence of people, near about 5,000 to 5,500 war was taken place. That was small big war was taken place. Out of this war, many more wars was been happened for capturing land, capturing, taking for revenge, for ladies, for fulfilling our place. Likewise, for capturing wealth, Bhima Koregaon's war was not fight for all these purposes. Bhima Koregaon war was fight for establishing humanity and teaching the lesson to a king who doesn't care for mankind. And that has been done by Mahar regiment. And since that day, Peshwai started declining. Bhima Koregaon's incident was known by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He gone through the entire history of this war. Therefore, before starting his social activities on 1st January 1927, he visited there. He saluted that all soldiers and informed our people, told our people, you have to remember your history. Those who are forgetting their history, they cannot create their history. He told people to remember the history. And what is the history? This was the brave history. As I told earlier, when we were ruling, when our kings were ruling, Buddhist kings were ruling, our people were ruling, nobody were having dare to write. One of the proudest, one of the brave community, if at all, is there on this nation, that is the Mahar community, which is having no boundaries of, what we can say, that no strength. Baba Sahib was knowing. Baba Sahib also was in from the community of Mahar. When he started his activity, all the Mahar people only initiated and extended his help. They were the first workers of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. And afterwards, every year on 1st January 2000, every year, people started slowly visiting and learning history, knowing history. They started reading books. And now this was been known. This was an insult for people of Peshwa, their ancestors, their generations. And since in 2018, people in a mass scale, Ambedkarite mass in a mass scale was trying to celebrate this incidents, this occasion. One fellow whose name is Sambhaji Bhide, he said, we will eliminate the history of these Dalit people. What they are claiming is 200-year history. We will eliminate this history. And they started attacking on 1st January 2018 to the Ambedkarite people, Buddhist people, looking in a white cloth, having wore a blue strip, wearing or taking a Panchashila flag in their hand. they started throwing stones on them, beating them, and they tried to defeat people. But we were there. Samata Senidal was there. Samata Senidal has seen this activity started from 9 o'clock till 11, till 1:30. We were seeing that activities, and then we have decided, anyway, we are going to fight with these guys, and we have started. That time, from Bhima Koregaon, we were just 5 kilometers away in a Gaurinandan lawn. We were having 5,000 in strength. Near about 50 to 60 buses were there. All marshals across India were available there. Seeing that our people are being beaten by these people, we have taken lead and started marching towards Bhima Koregaon, Shaurya Stamba. And those who were beaten, those who were having injured, those who were, hided themselves, seeing that our people, Bhim Army, Blue Army, Samata Sindhal people, they joined us. And from 5,000 to 25,000, when we became, we were also don't know. No policemen were available on road. No protection was there. When we started, police, how they came, I don't know. But they came. Before that also, one beautiful incident is that I only was a person who telephoned all authorities, all people, including member of parliament, MLS, editors of several newspapers, including Prakash Ambedkar, Ramdas Atavale, even to Prime Minister office, Chief Minister office. Everybody's telephone was dead. How this was happening? This was a conspiracy or what? When last telephone I rang up, it was been picked up by a constable whose name was Mr. Masne. That telephone was related to DGP's office, Director General of Police Maharashtra's office. I narrated the incident. He said, "Sir, wait, I will take note of this." And he brought some notebooks and he started noting what I was told. I don't know what he has done afterwards, but we have taken decision and we started. I will tell you one more thing. When this entire incident was happening during that period, at the other side of that river, all big leaders of all political parties, several other organizations, several other social organizations, shouting in a loud voice and telling big stories, big speeches were giving. But nobody were having dare to come out of behind this river. This was the leadership. But people or marshals of Samata Srinidal were there who were well enough to take stand and defeat these guys. When we were marching from several lanes, people were holding swords, bhala, chaku, lathi in their hand, and they were trying to attack us. But looking at our people also were, I mean, trying to beat them. We were decided, while going, we will not do anything. But while coming, we will pay entire thing with interest. But seeing that the huge gathering, all people, those who have started since morning, has elapsed, nobody were seen on the road. That is what the brave history. Why I am telling you, sometimes your strength also becomes a strength, your power. You imagine just, had we were not been there, what would have happened? As was decided by Sambhaji Bile, your 200 history, 200 years history will be erased. That would have happened. Now, today, by proudly, we are saying that it is our people, those who have defeated Peshwa. Whether we would have been able to say this. This is very important. Why Samata Sanidal is doing, working, roaming villages to villages, cities to cities, and state to state? No netas are coming. We have to protect ourselves. The common mass is the key factor for this, um, our protection. But now that is not being utilized, that is not being um, gathered in one umbrella, in one place. But Samata Senthil is trying for that hardly. And that is why we are in Bangalore today. Recently, one march was organized, several other peoples were available. So day by day, we are extending our area and approaching to other cities. We are, though might be seeing we are weak, but we are very strong by our mental ability. I will tell you, you knows when the Peshwas 28,000 people were defeated, who were there? There were three caste mainly, three race people mainly. One was Afghanistani soldiers, those who were taking, assignments on monetary exchanges on paid basis. They were extending their services for fight. Those who were paying, they were fighting from their side. Afghanis. How the strength, how the physique of Afghanis are there. They were tall. Their height is very built up. They are good in physique, and they are seems to be a very brave people. Second was the Gosavi. Remember this caste. Gosavi used to mainly roam around jungle areas without having any fear, having all energy to sustain themselves, having good immunity. They were involved in the Peshwa's team of soldiers. And the other were Marathas, dominating caste in Maratha. All this caste seems to be a very good, strong, enough, and having good strength. But this, even if there was a all these categories, all this power, all this strength, all this physical ability, slim people of Mahar community have defeated them. That is what I said is, don't go according to our physical ability. You just see what mental ability we are having. That was the ability stop to the Taunton Francis when Captain Siddhanath Kumar stand before Taunton Francis and said, "Don't try to run from this place." And ultimately, what promised he has given, he has fulfilled it. The battle was won by Britishers. One more thing I will tell you, taking this as an opportunity. People are telling several stories about this war. But what happened to this Peshwa when he ran from this battle? As I told you, Sir John Malcolm has captured him, and he was kept in a jail near Kanpur. There is one city, there is one village, Bithur. During that Bithur village, covered by a Ganga river, during that Bithur, say around 6 miles square miles area, it means you can say the one of talukas area. Peshwa stayed there for 33 years under the captivity of Britishers. As the earlier was the history, no Peshwa could survive after the age of 40 to 45. Peshwa, second Bajirao, was the only person who survived for 73 years of his life. It means after 1818, he died in 1851. So 33 years he was kept under the prison of Britishers along with his 1500 people. This what the victory. People are saying they are the meritorious people. They are having all abilities, all kind of merit they are having. some save merit, save nation agitation was going initiated by their people only. We have challenged them, show your merit. We had cited several examples. Show where is your merit. If you'll go through this history, if you'll go to past incidents, and particularly of Buddhist histories, our people history, you will see that all merits, all bravery lies with us. We are those people who has extended the boundaries of this nation. Baba Sahib, while initiating our work, always was giving this example to our community. And afterwards, we see started people, Ambedkarite mass started slowly understanding the things. They started supporting Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar's activity. And we see that Mahar, let it be Mahar Satyagraha, Kalaram Mandir Satyagraha, Mudkhed Satyagraha, whatever, Pune Pact, all these agitations, Mahad Satyagraha in 1927, all this was been successfully done and achieved positive result by the help of these Mahar community people, which today we feel that it was a proud agitation, proud moment for us. Since Baba Sahib was our ideal, Baba Sahib was our hero, Baba Sahib taught us this history and given several examples. Afterwards, no Dalit movement was looking or um, demanding help from any other fellows. They themselves are standing there as their own strength. They themselves was well capable to handle any situation. And that was continued till 1956 and till Baba Sahib Mahaparinirvana. Baba Sahib Mahaparinirvana, after also, we all these generations, we all are in that generation. Let it be in other cities, let it be in different cities, let it be in other states. But what Baba Sahib has given us, whatever he has told us, there is all ideas, all his teachings is available in books, in stories, in incidents form, which is leading to us. And therefore, let it be Kerala Dalit Center, let it be Samata Asanidal, let it be several other organizations are working in their respective hemisphere to strengthen this Ambedkarite movement, strengthen this Buddhist movement. Why we are remembering this? Why this webinar is today? Because this kind of example, this kind of talk, this kind of issues, this kind of incidents gives us again more strength, more power, more thoughts to think on that. Today, when we were in Bengaluru, people were amazed what kind of discipline these people are having, what kind of strength and what kind of military pattern they are following. This is just with you and with our efforts it is happening in India. On behalf of Samata Seninthal, along with Kerala Dalit Panther and other organization, if we could do in one umbrella with joining hands collectively, we deciding on a common minimum program. If we work together, dream of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar will definitely come true, and that will come true because of all of us. I am thankful. I'm thankful to Kerala Dalit Panther, Ambuja Action, all the other our fellows, our friends, our brothers who knows me. I know them. Got an opportunity to speak before you on this subject. I feel proud telling this history to others because this gives us a more spiritual activity to do further for our community. We get enthusiasm, we get strength, we get power, and that is the only our key factor, key role key to lead this agitation, lead this Ambedkarite movement. No doubt, I am along with our national organizer, Sir Sunil Sariputta, sir, working. There are several other, Sammudi sir is there, several Mahindra Jadhav was there, Pawan Bodhi Kadam is there, Kishore Chand is there, several other guys in different 12 states we are working now. And wherever we are working, this 1st January of every year, we are celebrating as if it is our day, it is prestigious day for us. On this occasion today, I'm very glad that Kerala Dalit Panther has organized a webinar on this along with you all people, had given an opportunity to speak few words before you all. I am thankful to you all, particularly Mujakshan Sarji, and you all who have listened me. And I don't know what information, what image or what inspiration you got from my talk. But wherever you are going, whatever you have listened, you try to intimate to others, inform others, tell our stories. Then only brave youth will come to work for the Ambedkarite. That is what my request to you all. With this word, I am putting full stop to my words. I once again thanks to you all who are listening me, and I thanks to the organizers who has extended this opportunity me to express my views before you on this subject. Jai Bhim.
Jai Bhim, Jai Bhim.
Jai Bhim.
Thank you very much, sir. And we are very much enriched by your talk. You inspired, motivated, and they narrated all the history of the Bhima Koregaon war, and also very powerful, meaningful message you have conveyed. Since Samada Sainik Delhi is working over the 12 states of India as the part of the mission to materialize the divine dreams of our Baba Ambedkar. On behalf of Kerala Dalit Panthers and various Dalit organizations, we promise to you, sir, we will be with you. We will be together.
Yes, thank you very much. That is need of time.
Yeah, the day will come, we all will work together towards the goal which Baba Ambedkar has given. Capture the power, in order to capture the power and establish Ambedkarite kingdom. Okay. Thank you very much, sir, on behalf of KDP and all our participants. Jai Bhim.
Jai.
So now I request our Captain Dinesh Chandraji, the senior most. Dinesh Chandraji.
नहीं ठीक है सर काही बोलायसाठी आहे.
Jai Bhim to all the participants of this webinar. I'm thankful to Ambujakshan ji and his team for giving me a chance.
नहीं मैं तो यहाँ शेविंग सेटिंग में